Welcome to our continuing series on deck. This time we are talking with Director of IT, John Lewis. Thank you for joining us, John. We're happy to have you. Looking forward to talking to you a little bit today about technology, where it's come from, where we are today, and maybe a little bit about the future. So first of all, thank you for taking the time to spend with us today.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Let's start with maybe your tenure here at Snavely of 20 years-ish. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And where we've come from. I mean, let's talk a little bit about technology and what you've seen as milestones over the years.
Okay, so yeah, I'll try and keep this to an hour. I'd say one of the biggest advancements I've seen in technology over the years has been the increased advancements in wireless connectivity. The ever increasing faster speeds.
Sure.
And what this has really done, it's really freed up people to be able to get access to information from anywhere. They don't have to be in an office anymore to get access.
True.
They can be on a plane, on a bus, train, wherever, in a parking lot. They can get access to as much information as they could before. So, and the increasing speeds in wireless connectivity is really what's been, behind bringing all that up, where we can now get information anywhere. So, people have computers, basically their smartphones are now their computers in their pocket. So, yeah, I think that's probably one of the biggest areas I've seen.
Yeah, and I really hadn't thought about the bandwidth or the speed by which we get information. Can't imagine not having a smartphone now.
Right, exactly.
It's really different.
It's been one of those things that's been helpful to free people from,
So that's the society picture, the societal picture of just generally how folks are using it. What has it been like at Snavely in the advancement of technology?
Well, I mean, you can see where, that has, the wireless technology has helped our salespeople where, they don't need to be in the office, like I said before.
Definitely.
But it's also, we have wireless technology in use with our warehouse management system.
True.
So, we have our material handlers are out there basically with a computer, that's guiding them through receiving, picking, packing, shipping material. And that has been, very important for us in terms that, we now have confidence in the system that it says, whatever the inventory in our system says is out there is truly out there. It reduces, phone calls, checking on inventory if we really have it, if we don't. And that confidence just then spills over to the customer when they call in and talk to a salesperson. We all have confidence that what the system says is there is truly there. So that's been one of the areas that, we've seen increased benefits from, technology like that.
So across the business, I mean, you're talking about WMS and how that affects our distribution centers, the supply chain, if you will, and certainly it's had an effect in a positive way on our sales staff. But do you agree with that?
Yeah, I would. And one of the other areas that we are looking into continuing to develop is our online presence initiatives that we have, where we are continuing to work on, we have online e-commerce platforms available that our customers can access. We have an online ordering portal that our customer can access and get information, real-time information that, reduces them having to work or call into the office and, check on things. They have 24/7 access to information like that. So, true visibility into the system is another area that we've been focusing on.
Yeah, so that's some of the things you see on the horizon then, right? I guess that would be my next natural question to you would be, okay, that's kind of what we're doing in the past now, what we're utilizing now. What do you see on the horizon for Snavely and how we're going to integrate technology?
So one of the other things that we're doing is we're investing in making processes more efficient. So an example of that is where we have an automation initiative in place where, we will take tasks that are necessary that have to be done but don't really add any value and automate as much of that as possible, thereby freeing up, that person to be doing true value added tasks.
An example would be something like order entry.
Order entry is an example where we'll take a sales order that a customer sends in and take that and run it through an automated process that'll convert that into a sales order directly into our system. No hands have to touch it.
Yeah.
Thereby, like I said, freeing up that salesperson to then be doing more of the customer service relationship tasks that they should be doing and not just doing manual data entry.
Sure. And I can't help but think about how this is going to expand our online presence as well, doing business with customers that way.
Correct. I mean, it like as I mentioned before, it just with our online portal and with the sales automation piece, it all kind of ties together. Where we have customer service people that are going to be truly focusing on the customer, and all of this other again, important tasks that need to be done, but manual tasks are handled through an automated process somehow.
So really what you're talking about is you spoke a lot about speed, the use of technology giving us more time to do things, but it's really about efficiencies, right? And processes and how people do their day-to-day jobs. I like how you framed that. That's really important, I think, to this company, especially as we deal with, as a distributor, we deal with not just the customer, but our vendor partners and third parties, et cetera. So I think that's important to all shareholders. So thank you for explaining that. So something that's a little near and dear to my heart and kind of exciting, I think, is AI.
Oh, yeah.
Right? The big buzzword for today, and something I've actually been using a little bit here and there. And I think most folks can say that they've at least dabbled in it a little bit. Tell me a little bit about Snavely and AI.
So, well, AI, I mean, you're right. It is the latest buzzword. And, in my opinion, AI can be a real game changer.
Agree.
For somebody who may still be a little bit unfamiliar with what AI is or can do, you can think of it as like your personal digital assistant, where you can ask it to do tasks or help you do something or get information. And it can respond to you, using the power of all the information that's available on the internet and information that you have also as well. So, and most of us, are using AI in some form, whether it be a Google search or using Siri or Alexa, those kinds of tools all are powered by AI behind it.
I hadn't thought about that. Alexa, for instance, it's all powered by. That's interesting. So things like, just going to take an example, writing a job description would fit into that.
Right? Yeah, absolutely. It falls into kind of, what we're looking to, again, remove some of those manual tasks that need to be done, but could be done perhaps more efficiently, through something like AI. So, we can have it write a job description, like you said, or do a customer proposal for somebody.
Great idea.
Another way that AI can be used that I think is very interesting is if there's an issue with a customer and we have all these different communication channels with a customer, be it, phone conversations, email, text messages, we can have AI can go through and interrogate all those communication channels and be able to flag, there's a potential issue going on here with this customer. This is what the issue is, and here are some possible ways to remedy that issue. So, that's another way that AI can really help us in being a true customer oriented
Yeah, that's really interesting, and
company.
honestly makes you realize how powerful it can be, and it is a tool, but it's not the end all, right?
No,
That
it's not. It's not the end all. I mean, you
doesn't
still
spit
need
out
to.
the answer
Yeah,
for you.
yeah, yeah. You still need to, double check your work
You're
and
right.
whatever. But yeah, it at least gets you started in the right direction.
Again, I think you're talking about efficiencies and business processes and getting our jobs done a lot more quickly.
Yep.
And
Work smarter, not harder.
that's exactly right. I like how you framed that. So thank you. I appreciate your snapshot on the past and what Snavely's doing now. I appreciate the company making investments in technology. I know your staff works hard in making sure these things come together for shareholders. I appreciate that as a shareholder. So thank you for that. And thank you for spending time with us today.
Absolutely.
John
Anytime.
Lewis, Director of IT.
Thank
Stay
you.
tuned for the next On Deck.